So last season, the first season,
yeah,
you were in a huge brawl with your castmate Mariah Huck.
That was a nightmare.
Was it?
It was a nightmare. It was like a never-ending nightmare. It really was, because I almost told myself I just was not going to do it again. As far as the show, because I just was so. I felt like this person was making me out to be someone that I have never been in my life. And it was just so crazy for me, because like I have friends, all of my friends have been my friends for, when I tell you, like 10, 20 years, we go way back. Like we've never done anything to disrespect each other or tell each other's business. Even when we get mad at each other,
right,
it's not an issue of, okay, I'm mad at her, so I'm gonna go talk behind her back. We don't do that. Like we've always been able to come back and say, girl, I'm sorry,
Okay.
And just never do anything to. I just felt like she had just made it so that it was so hard for me to trust her going forward.
Okay.
Because I really thought she knew that what was she, like this thing she had concocted in her brain. I really thought that she. At first, I thought she was playing around. I was like, is she serious? Like, does she really believe this?
What are you talking about? You talking about the what you said about her, daughter?
See, but that was the thing. Okay. It never happened. I never said anything about her daughter.
Okay.
And that's why it was like, okay, I know you know what really happened. Like, because I came to you off camera. I mean, because what really happened was they did show it, but no one saw. It was like they showed it on camera and it just blew over people's head. It was like, okay, here was Toya's husband talking to Toya, making a comment about her daughter being adopted. And when he made that comment, I kind of looked at him like, oh, I don't think he knows that. Okay. And so later on that evening when we're at home, no cameras, I'm talking to my husband, I'm like, do you remember when you said A, B, and C? I'm not sure if that's something Mariah wanted out there yet.
Right.
So of course I called her, because that's what you do as a friend. You call your friend and you're like, hey, this is what happened. You weren't there to see it, but I want to let you know. And she just went ballistic.
Okay.
And from that point on, she's like, you guys set this up and you and your husband concocted. And we're like, no, we don't sit at home trying to find ways to make a story about Mariah. I'm sorry, it just doesn't happen. But she really thought that him and I had teamed up for her demise. It was like I was the Joker and she was Batman. It was crazy. It was just really, I don't know. I'd say it took me so far back. I can't even say to high school, because I never had that experience even in high school.
Have you ever been in a fist fight before?
With my sister, I did.
Okay. But that was.
I pulled out her weave. We were in high school, and she whooped my
So that was your first fight was your sister.
First was my
and your
sister.
Second was on TV.
My second was on TV. Yes. I'm like, and it's so funny because my mom was like, for years, me and my sister would argue because we had to share a room. So we would argue all the time. My mom would be like, you know what? Stop this arguing. She was just yelling. Then that one time, she was just like, take it in the basement. And I was like, what? Because I was ready for her to break us up.
Right.
Because my sister is like twice my size. So when I accidentally pulled her ponytail out. I really didn't mean to. And girl, when I tell you, all I remember is being thrown around that room.
She wore you out?
She wore me out, dude. She taught me a valuable lesson. We have never fought since then. And that's the end of that.
How's your, my question about bringing up the fight with Mariah is, I wanted to find out, like, how is your relationship with her now?
It's crazy because I would have never thought that after fighting someone that we could be cordial again. I mean, just being from Detroit is very, you just don't go there, you know.
Yeah.
Unless you're going there and you're going there for good, it's
gotcha.
There's no turning back. That's like the end. That's the end point. And I think because we both had unique situations. Like when we met, our kids kind of bonded, and my son, for whatever reason, really liked Mariah. So even when we were beefing, he was like, "Where's Mariah?
Yeah.
When's Mariah coming over? When can we go to Mariah's house?" And I'm like, "We're never going over there." You know, of course I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking.
Right.
I was like, okay, what do you say to a 3-year-old that just wants to see this nice lady that, you know, that used to make him call Auntie Mariah?
Right.
So I'm like, okay. So it got to a point where I had called her and I was like, you know, we need to talk, just because of the relationships that our kids have, and also because of what we want to present to them going forward. I didn't want my son, because of course he's seen it. Yeah. Because no matter, even if he's watching Spooky Ookie or Avery's birthday party, they're still gonna flash in some crap from the past about that fight. And so I had to explain to him that we were sparring and wrestling, because he spars. Okay. And so with that being said, we still have to be cordial then.
Right.
So, you know, we made it so that him and I, you know, he understands that we're not the best of friends, but we talk.
Okay, so you're cordial with her.
Yeah, we're cordial.
It's a big sort of storyline has been this season about Mariah and Quad ending their friendship. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, it's weird, because this coming episode, I got really choked up. Because all of a sudden I felt like I was back in last season, but seeing someone else live it. And really, it's sad because they appear to be very close. I use the word appear because it's very difficult to be Mariah's friend.
How so?
It's like a job. It really is. It's one of those, you know, she's very defensive. She's very, she always feels like someone's out to get her. Okay. And you could it could be something as simple as you're answering your text while y'all are eating. And she'll say, "You're not paying me any attention." And you're like, I'm just answering the text. You know, but it's very, it's tiring. Okay. And I think that Quad just got to a point where she started seeing that, okay, I don't know if my friend is really my friend anymore, or if my friend was ever my friend. Okay. Because she started really having an opportunity to see for herself what was going on. And it's crazy because Mariah's like, well, Toya called her Quad a puppet last year. And I'm like, yeah, I did, because I felt like Quad was being a good friend to her, but she wasn't seeing that Mariah was not a good friend to anyone. Okay. You know, I mean, and it wasn't until the episode started showing that you could see. You know, here's this person that one day she's over at Quad's house and she's talking about Toya. You know, but then the next day she's over at Toya's house or around Carrie and Toya talking about Quad. And it's like, yeah, that's not a good friend. That's just somebody messy. Okay. You know, and she wasn't willing to see it last season. Okay. And I think now she's just at a point where she's had a whole summer or time to take it all in, and she just exploded. Okay. You know? Okay.
Before I let you go, a few random questions. Yeah. If you had to, and you had to do this, like this is not optional. Okay. If you had to give someone a pink slip on the show, they can come back for season 3. Who has to go?
If I had to give someone,
yeah, but you have like your executive producer, like you have to make a cut.
Okay. Wow. I guess I would cut Mariah. Okay. I think I would. I think only because she really wasn't seeing this episode. The season.
Yeah. Okay.
She really didn't film a lot, and the show went on. Okay. And we had our drama, we had our ups and downs, but I think it was a better show than it was last season. You know, and I think that it's always nice when a show is not about one person. I mean, because even the Cosby Show was about 1,000 kids. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And the parents. And I think that she kind of hogs the camera a little bit.
Okay. In one word, describe Dr. Simone.
Fake.
Okay. Your favorite time of day to have sex?
I used to say I wanted to be woken up in this light.
Okay.
You know, so I have to say
in the morning or late night, like what?
You know, but now I embrace my morning sleep. You know.
So maybe. So
I'm gonna say you could turn me over at about 5 a.m., 4 a.m.
That's still okay.
I'm not in a deep sleep.
Right, and then you go to sleep afterwards.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. When's the last time you cried?
It used to be hard for me to cry. I think my husband only seen me cry twice. trying to think of what my kids did that made me cry. Because that's really what gets me.
Maybe you haven't cried in a while.
I haven't cried in a while.
Okay, are your boobs real?
Hell no.
They're not?
Were so little. I know they shrank. I breastfed.
No, they look like just a normal size.
Well, they're supposed to be. I don't need it. I didn't want anything.
I thought you were going to say
no. No, I didn't want anything over the top. I got them done as a gift to myself.
Okay.
From the first season.
Okay. These are new additions.
Yeah, these are new additions. And I did it because they shrank.
From breastfeeding?
I breastfed both babies, and when I tell you they were drooped, they were like, and I didn't go in and do that. I went in to say, hey doc, can you get rid of this little pooch that I seemingly can't get rid of because I work out like a fiend. So I'm like, this pooch still is not going anywhere. And my husband was next to me. He's like, you so concerned about that damn pooch, you need to be concerned about those boobs. And I was like, what did you say? And he was like, no, seriously, you okay with those? I'm like, you're not. And so it totally changed the doctor's appointment. I was like, well, I guess I'm getting some boobs. And that's where it went.
Okay. Do you believe in God?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Girl, yes.
Okay. So if you could add, this is my last question. So if you ask God one question, what would you ask him? But he would answer just like this, like, okay, like you ask him and he'd just be like, well, blah, 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 blah.
I would ask him, how can I be sure to get myself, my children, my husband, my family in heaven?
Okay, that's fair. Anything else you want to talk about before I let you go?
Let's talk about some positive things.
Okay.
Toya wants some beauty campaigns. That's what she's looking into doing right now.
Okay.
She's very focused on that. She's also looking into getting involved in some of some community involvement as it relates to my son.
Okay.
He's starting to go to the private schools, so I'm trying to make myself more active within the schools. I can't wait to do Read a Moms and all that kind of great stuff. I'm also looking for a charity that I really can embrace.
Okay.
I used to be affiliated when I was at home with my church, Perfecting Church, for quite some time, and I was really over the youth and hospitality and things of that nature, and just helping ladies become little ladies. So I'm looking for something like that now.
Okay, cool. And what's your Twitter?
Oh, definitely. Tweet me. It's tweet_Toya.
Okay.
And I just took down my website. I'm actually changing it. I want it to be a little more focused on mommy and beauty as opposed to, I was looking way too sexy and bad in my other one. So, that's definitely not me. So we're working on that now, but that's going to be www.toyabushharris.com.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
As well.
All right.